I wanted to fix my deck first. This one definitely took a few duels when I did it the first time. The duel that you guys have been waiting on, Seto Kaiba. So when I played this guy, 17 months ago when I first played this game, this was a hard duel to do. This is actually my very first try playing Seto Kaiba. He's a really good duelist. I like his deck a lot. It's a bunch of dragons. I low-key wish that the terrains were mostly mountains, just because I know that his cards would get bonuses there, but he also has Beast Warriors, so the meadow makes sense too. Maybe instead of normal in the middle, mountains would have been better for him, but at least this normal terrain didn't make it too difficult for me, especially having the meadows in the on the perimeter. So his deck leader is Blue Eyes, and he's got it right where he needs to put it for him to summon monsters both on the outside of the labyrinth and on the inside. It's a very smart strategy. He attacked my Flame Swordsman with his battle axe, and he was surprised to know that he lost 100 life points. It was here where I thought, maybe I do have a chance, we're tied up. Then he plays a Sky Dragon that has 2400 attack, and it's going to be really difficult to beat. I had to look at it. It's a really awesome card. Right now I have both of my Beast Warriors in my hand. I got Gruzies and Rude Kaiser. So I'm going to be getting that terrain bonus. He played Gift of the Mystical Elf. What that does is increases his life points by 1500 points. I'm glad he only played one of them. If he plays any more Gifts of the Mystical Elf, it might take forever to win this duel. He's moving up, he's aggressing. Trying to figure out the best strategy to beat him. At this point, my deck's still half and half, with half zombie and then half beast warrior. Bye bye, Flame Swordsman. So right now I'm wondering how strong his monsters in the meadow are. I'll play my Infinite Dismissal. It's the best trap I have in my deck right now. It spellbinds opponents for 3 turns. His Sky Dragon got spellbound. That really frees me up, gives me some time. And now that I got my Pumpkin on the field, I can just let it chill in defense position, getting 100 attack and defense every turn. Heck, I might as well attack, see what they got. So it's a tie ball game, they both get destroyed. And then Kaiba attacked me with his Swordstalker. Swordstalker's got an excellent ability. It gains 100 attack points for every monster that's in the graveyard. So I think that he equipped it with something, and then because he had 2 monsters in the graveyard, so that makes sense with it having 2700. Luckily my Jiragumo cancels out all the attack bonuses except for terrain and deck leader abilities. So right now I'm just trying to figure out a good way to get rid of this Sky Dragon that's on the field. It was around this point where I remember my Jiragumo does do the boost cancellation effect, so I could probably get over on that Sky Dragon too. Jiragumo is carrying me through all these duels. And the Monster Tamer, when it gets flipped up, all my insects get 300 more attack. Oh yeah, it was a D spell there. I decided it might be useful if I go ahead and put another Beast Warrior type monster in the meadow. Or Lava Battleguarde is actually a warrior, but they both get the boost. At this point, I'm still kind of scared of what Kaiba's about to bring out, because I don't know his deck that well since this is the first time I played him. He walks right in my spellbinding circle. Another thing to point out is in the very beginning of the game, I forgot to update my deck with all the Beast Warrior type monsters that I won from Richard/Sheen. So my deck's still the same deck count as it was against Richard, which is probably 100 or 200 points less than Kaiba's. It's time for me to be a little aggressive and try to destroy this little monster that Kaiba summoned. Hannibal Necromancer. It's a cool card. I wish I had that card in real life. I don't even know if they made it. It doesn't look too familiar. I know it definitely wasn't in his starter deck from 2002. So right now, I have a lot of monsters on his side of the field kind of, and my deck leader's kind of in the middle of the map. So I'm still trying to figure out the best strategy to go for. I don't really know any of his cards are since they're all face down. And I have 5 monsters on the field at this point, which is the max number of monsters. Fuse those guys together to get my Rabid Horseman. My goal right now is to get it onto the meadow, to get it with that 500 attack bonus. So he flips over Lord D, and then he attacks me with the Blue Eyes White Dragon. It looks so cool to see this in the game. I'd love to get this monster in my deck. It doesn't affect the synergy in my deck at all, like it doesn't help it. But it'd just be super cool to have a 3000 attack monster, even if it does take 8 stars to get on the field. So much for trying to get Rabid Horseman in the meadow. So he attacks my Lava Battleguarde with his Mystic Horseman. And then he attacks my Armored Zombie with his Blue Eyes White Dragon. So I got Axe of Despair. That kind of changes up the strategies that I was going for to some extent. I'm thinking if I just get my Rabid Horseman onto the meadow and give it the Axe of Despair, he'll have 3000, which is the same as Blue Eyes White Dragon. But the hard part would be, how am I going to get it all the way to the meadow? And he flipped over his Swordstalker over there. And at this point, I think that he has 27 attack on his Swordstalker, but 500 of that's from the meadow. Okay, so Swordstalker does have 3100 attack points in the meadow. However, I didn't really consider it being in the meadow at the time. I just thought he had a 3100 monster on the field, because I thought that he either had 11 cards in the graveyard, or he gave it some kind of other bonus. I go ahead and move everything in defense position because I know that he's going to start attacking my monsters and I don't want to lose any life points. Yep, there goes my Rabid Horseman. At this point, I just want to start filtering through my deck, so I'm playing everything down in my hand to try to see if there's anything left in my deck that can defeat the Blue Eyes White Dragon. And I'm also stalling turns to hopefully get Pump King at a high enough attack to attack Blue Eyes White Dragon. There goes my Monster Tamer. His Blue Eyes is right next to my Pump King. Right now my Pump King has 2500 attack and 2700 defense. I'm surprised Kaiba's letting me get so close to him with my Lava Battleguarde. I need to move away from that Blue Eyes White Dragon with my Pump King and try to put something else down to stall. My Hio has the ability to Spellbind Blue Eyes, which will save me another turn. He is a useful card to have in your deck. 4 stars, spellbinding effect. Kaiba just leaves me open to attack with my Lava Battleguarde. Now he has 1100 life points left. Somehow he dropped all the way from 5400 to 1100. I realized that I might actually beat him in this game if I'm able to stall out enough. Instead of that Megamorph in my deck, I want to try to get it in the Pump King. That'd be just the boost that I need to have enough defense to beat the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I take that risk and moving my deck leader right up there to the Blue Eyes, but I know he's still spellbound for the next turn. Might as well go to defense position. And it's this point where I realize that Swordstalker only has 2600 points. So now neither one of his monsters can attack through my Pump King. But his Swordstalker is right next to my deck leader, which did make me nervous. And then I was like, wait a minute, can I just attack this deck leader? And I could. That's the end of the game right there. I really didn't expect to win that one. Let's see what I get from the slot machines. Probably not too much. Why didn't I destroy this Swordstalker? I think the Swordstalker's still in here. There's so many good cards in here for me to get. That's alright. Like I said, I wasn't expecting it.